Hariom children, good afternoon. So how are you doing? I'm doing fine and I miss you a lot. Last week we had sent a quiz for you, right? There were some 10 questions which you were supposed to answer. And while I was sitting and answering those questions, I felt maybe we need a little bit of a revision of the story which we had done. So let's do this. I'll tell you the story of Raja Pariksit, and then after listening to the questions, you will revisit these questions and try and answer them. Now, before we start the story, what do? And you have to sing with me loud and clear. I know you're not in front of me right now, but you know how we do it, right? We clap our hands, and what do we sing? Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Did you close your eyes? And did you put your right hand on your left heart? And did you sing from all your heart? Next time, please close your eyes, put your right hand on your left heart and sing with all your heart, so that Sri Krishna, he looks down on you beautiful children. Today he will feel that how come everybody is sitting in their own houses. So we'll tell Sri Krishna, Are Krishna, there is this coronavirus on earth. Please come and take it away. Okay, now tell me, which book are we doing in Balvihar? We are doing 3 times, okay? Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran. Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran. Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran. And who wrote it? Who is the author? Who wrote the book? It is Shri Ved Vyas Ji. Shri Ved Vyas Ji. Shri Ved Vyas Ji. And one more question. Who is the son of Ved Vyas Ji, who is actually telling the story to us? It is 3 times. Shuk Dev Ji. Shuk Dev Ji. Shuk Dev Ji. Very good. So now, do you know what happened to Raja Pariksit? Who was Raja Pariksit? Raja Pariksit was Uttara and Arjun ji's son. Now who was Arjun? Arjun was Kunti Ma and Pandu ji's son. And who was Arjun again? Arjun was Sri Krishna's best friend. Yes, beta. God can also be our best friend, right? Yes? So decide, what do you want God to be? You want God to be your best friend, or you want God to be like your mama, or you want God to be like your papa. So Arjun and Sri Krishna were best friends. And Arjun's son was Raja Pariksit. And Raja Pariksit was actually a very, very good king. He was very nice to all his citizens. He was just like his papa. He would take care of everybody. He would look after the poor. He would serve the needy. He would never be angry with anybody. But one day, he went into a room full of different types of crowns. And when he went into that room, he saw, oh my God, there are so many crowns here. And suddenly when he was looking, there was this one crown which looked so amazing, and he just wanted to go closer and closer and closer to this crown. And when he reached closer to the crown, his hands automatically moved towards the crown, and he picked up the crown and he removed his nice and delicate crown that he was wearing at that time. He lifted it, he put it down, and this dangerous looking crown he put on his head. And when he put on his head, he suddenly became a little bad. He was like, who am I? I am the king. Oh my God, I'm so powerful. I can do whatever I want. And the guards were looking at Raja Pariksit. Raja Pariksit never talked like this before. And they were like, King, are you all right? Of course I'm all right. Don't question me. Don't come close to me. I am the greatest king. And now I want to go hunting. But the guard said, King Pariksit, you never go hunting. You love all the animals. You said we will not harm them. What is wrong with you? And when the guard said that, King Pariksit got so angry that he pushed the guards away and he went ahead. He sat on his horse. He took the sharpest of arrows and bow and he started riding towards the jungle because he wanted to hunt. So he went and he rode 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 and he reached the densest of jungle. It was dense and it was dark. It was a little scary because it was almost dark. And he reached near the jungle, and when he was going inside, what happened, children? The wolf, what did the wolf say? Oh! And what did the snakes do? Hiss. And the crows went crow, crow, crow. It was scary. There were owls, but this Raja Pariksit was not getting scared. He just wanted to hunt. So he kept riding and suddenly he saw a very amazing golden deer. And Raja Pariksit said, I'm going to kill that deer and I'm going to take it back home. And he started chasing this deer and he went tabrik, 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 tabrik. He was chasing the deer. He went faster and faster and faster and faster. But the deer was also no ordinary deer. So the deer also was running as fast as he could. And suddenly the deer disappeared. Raja Pariksit looked here, looked there, looked up, looked down. There was no deer to be seen. And suddenly he realized that he had gone deep, deep, deep into this dense, scary jungle. And he was hungry. And he was thirsty. And he was lost. He was lost. He did not know how to go out. And there was no light. So he got a little worried. And when he got a little worried, he rode his horse slowly, tabrik, tabrik, and he came near a small little tree. And when he moved the tree, what did he see? He saw a small little hut with a little well and a little fence around it. So what did he do? He said, oh my God, thank God, there is somebody who lives here and he will be able to help me. Maybe there is a sage. So Raja Pariksit, with his horse and his bow and arrow, entered the fence. First mistake. Do you enter anybody's house without permission? No, right? And do you enter anybody's house with your shoes on and with your horse and with your bow and arrow? No. You have to leave it outside, take permission, and then only can you enter. But he did not take permission. He did not listen. And he just entered. And then he got down from his horse. And when he got down from his horse, he looked around. There was nobody to be seen. And he started shouting, is there anybody? The king is here. Is there anybody? The king is here. Come on. The greatest king is thirsty and hungry. You are supposed to come out and serve me. But nobody came. So Raja Pariksit slowly went into the hut. When he opened the door of the hut, what did he see? He saw that Sage Shamik was sitting and doing his tapasya. What is tapasya? He was sitting in deep prayers. He was sitting and praying to God. He was not moving. He was in samadhi. He was sitting quietly. And he could not hear anything that was happening outside, children. But Raja Pariksit did not understand. Because of the evil crown that he was wearing, his mind was not working properly. And he shouted, "Oh sage, listen to me. Sage Shamik, listen to me. Get up, serve your king. Give him some water, give him some food. Are you really, you don't have any respect? That your king is here and you're sitting, you're not offering me a place to sit." But again, sage Shamik was still in his prayers. He did not know anything that was going around him, children. So how could he respond? Was he being disrespectful to the king? No. He was deep in prayers. His ears were listening to the flute of Lord Krishna. His eyes were closed, and inside his mind there was a beautiful picture of Lord Krishna. He was smiling because he could see Lord Krishna play his flute. He was there. He was sitting on earth, but his heart, his eyes, his ears were all fixed on the beautiful Lord Krishna. But Raja Pariksit did not understand. Because of what? Because of the evil crown that he was wearing. And he shouted and he shouted. And at last he got so angry and furious. He said, "This sage deserves to be punished." And he picked up a dead snake which was lying outside. It was a dead black python. A dead black snake. He picked it up with his bow and he walked towards the sage and he said, "It serves you right. You are insulting me. You are like a snake and you should be wearing the snake around you." And he put that icky, pooky, yucky, scary snake around Shamik Muni. And thinking of this, Raja Pariksit got angry. He took his horse and he rode away. And somehow he found his way into the palace. He reached the palace. He reached his city. He went into the room and he sat down on his throne. When he sat down on his throne, he was looking at all the ministers with very angry eyes. And all the ministers were thinking, "What has happened to our king? He's such a nice and sweet person. He's always so gentle and so respectful. Why is he behaving like this?" They were wondering about what happened to the king in the palace, and at the same time, Shamik Muni's son, who had gone to the river to fetch some water, came back. And when he came back, he saw that the door of the fence was open, the door of the hut was open, and things were lying all around. And when he ran in to check on his father, what did he see? He saw a black, poisonous, dead snake around the neck of his father, and he felt so horrible. He ran and he pulled the snake and he threw it away. And he sat down. And he sat down and he closed his eyes. He had those magical powers through which, if he put his hands on the floor where people had stood, he could imagine and see what had happened. So he put his hands on the floor and he closed his eyes and he saw that Raja Pariksit was here. He was behaving in a very rude manner. He was insulting his father and he put the snake around his neck. Shringi Rishi. This was the name of sage Shamik's son. Shringi Rishi got up. He said, "Such an insult of my father! I am going to curse King Pariksit." Oh my God, he was going to curse King Pariksit. He took, a kamandalu, and from it he poured water on his hands and he chanted some mantras. And then he said, "After 7 days, the most poisonous and the most scariest of the snakes is going to come and bite you, Raja Parikshit. After 7 days, the king of snakes, Takshak, will come and bite you. And you will go away to Vaikuntha. And he cursed Raja Parikshit. Over here in the jungle, in the hermitage, Shringi Rishi cursed Raja Parikshit, and over there in the palace, while the ministers were thinking, what's wrong with our king? Suddenly somebody came, because when a king is going to go to his room, he takes off his crown and puts it down. So this person came with a tray, and Raja Parikshit removed that evil crown. The minute he removed that evil crown, he realized, oh my God, what have I done? What was wrong with me? How could I be so mean? How could I even think of hunting the dearest of animals? And how, oh my God, how could I ever insult a sage? That also, Shabik Muni, the greatest and greatest of sages, he was praying to God I should have touched his feet and sat there. Instead, what did I do? Oh my God, I put a dead snake around his neck. What have I done? He sat down with his head on his hands, and he was like thinking, oh my God, I really need to go and apologize. How could I do such a thing? What went wrong? What was there in that crown? I don't understand. And at that time, a messenger came running. He said, oh Raja Parikshit, what did you do? Do you know what has happened? Raja Parikshit said, yes, I know what has happened. I insulted a divine sage. Nobody should ever insult a saint. Nobody should ever insult a sage. Nobody should ever insult a devotee of the Lord. What have I done? The messenger said, yes, my king, you insulted a sage, but what I am about to tell you is even worse. Raja Parikshit said, what worse could happen? There is nothing worse than insulting a devotee of God. The messenger said, Shamik Rishi has a son called Shringi Rishi. Raja Parikshit said, yes, I know. I wish he was there. He would have stopped me from doing such an evil thing. And the messenger went on. He said, you know, Shringi Rishi has cursed you. He has cursed you that 7 days from now, a very hideous snake called Takshak will come and he will bite you. No matter what you do, nothing can ever save you from that evil snake Takshak. Raja Parikshit looked up and he said, I actually deserve this. I was wrong, and I was actually thinking of going back and apologizing. And if Shringi Muni thinks that I deserve this punishment, I really know that I deserve it. I was wrong, I accept my mistake, and I accept this punishment also. But I'll still go and apologize to the sage. So Raja Parikshit with all his ministers went back to King Shringi's ashram. And when he reached there, he entered and he apologized. He went flat. He did a namaskar. He said, I'm so sorry, Shringi Rishi and Shabik Rishi, for what I have done. The punishment that Shringi Rishi has given me is right. I deserve it. And I accept the punishment. But at the same time, I have just come to apologize. I've just come to say sorry. I cannot undo what I have done. But I am really, really sorry. And Rishi Shabik went up and picked Raja. And he said, Rajan, I was very angry with my son. He should not have cursed you. You were angry and in return he became angry. Is it right? You, yes, made a mistake, but the solution for a mistake is never a punishment. If somebody makes a mistake, we should forgive that person. If somebody gets angry, we should remain calm. So what Shringi did was not right. But what to do, Raja? I cannot take back the curse. Shringi Rishi is very, very powerful. Shringi Rishi also joined in his hands and said, I am sorry. We should never get angry at a person who is getting angry. And if somebody makes a mistake, we should forgive. But when I saw my father with the dead snake around him, I just lost my temper. And I cursed you. But I cannot take back the curse. Raja Pariksit said, No. Both of you are great rishis. Don't take back the curse. I am ready to accept. It is all God's will. I just came to apologize. Now I will leave my kingdom and look for the greatest of sages to tell me the story of Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran so that I can meet my beloved Lord Krishna. This was the story for now. We will continue in the next session. And now you have to tell me, what do you have to tell me? You have to tell me the moral of the story. Yes. So what is the moral of the story? Should I tell you the moral of the story, or you will actually tell me the moral of the story? Okay. I will not tell you the moral of the story right now. What I will do is, I will type out the moral of the story and send it. So you can tell the moral of the story to your mummy, papa, or you can message us and then read what is the exact moral of the story. Can we do that, beta? Children, I know it is difficult. I know we are not meeting, but we should make sure that we don't stop learning, okay? Every week, I will record a beautiful story and I'll send it to you. You listen to it and you'll tell me the moral of the story. Done? Can we do that? Promise? You'll do that for me and I'll do this for you. Right? Okay, now tell me, how do we close the class? What do we see? What do we sing? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya.